I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's iOS Update. This time out, a new music creation app from Novation. Let's get started. Today we're checking out Blocs Wave, a new music creation app from Novation that allows you to work with loops. Blocs Wave comes with a wide variety of audio loops that you can use to create your songs, and you can also add additional loops using in-app purchases, or you can use imported loops from other apps or via email, and you can also record your own loops straight into the app. In fact, for real-time performance, you could use Blocs Wave as a looper. You could record your loops in, switch to the next loop, and layer things together. Since you can play 8 different loops simultaneously, you can create a full-blown composition by recording straight into the app. Now you can do the same thing, again using built-in loops that come with the app, or by importing other sounds. The great thing about Blocs Wave is how simple it is to use. So let's check this out. You begin by creating a new project. We'll just select the menu here, hit the plus control. We'll call this Sublime Magic. You can name it whatever you like. What you're presented with are 8 different slots that you can load loops into. Now there are several ways we can get material into those slots and start them playing. You can do that first of all by simply starting playback and now selecting one of these different categories here. So we have drums, bass, percussion, vocal, effects, and melodic. So in this find mode of discover, we can now choose a drum part. If we touch the drum pad again, a different loop will be loaded. We can move to the next slot, add a bass. Once you put your loops together into an arrangement that you like, you can now work with them in real time. You can mute different loops, and you can also solo one loop. As I mentioned earlier, a wide variety of different loops come with the app. About 300 loops are bundled with it. You can access those in several different ways. You can use the grid we've been working with here to cycle through those. We can also look at different sound packs. So we have a hip-hop sound pack that comes with this. We've got a cinematic indie, and then those are broken down. So we've got our bass loops, drums, effects, melodic, percussion. So as we're playing back here, we could, for example, solo this track and listen to different drum parts. And so on. You could move to the next slot, start auditioning a different type of loop, and work with things that way. Now you can also look at the loops by type. So if we choose type here, now we're breaking down by all our drums. So we've got our hip-hop drums, our chiptune drums, cinematic indie drums, and once again we can audition those. Blocs Wave comes with 6 different sound packs, and Novation is committed to releasing a new sound pack every week. You access those through in-app purchases. So if we go to the store here, we're presented with all of these different sound packs: slow jams, house of EDM, urban soul, and so on. There's also one down here that's a free edition, that's chiptune. Now when you click on one of the sound packs, you can audition 8 of the sounds. And you can also hear a demo. So between the loops that come with the app, as well as those you can add through in-app purchase, you have a wide library that you can choose from. But you're not limited to just those sounds. To add your own sounds, you can either import or you can record your own. To import, we go to the edit screen, which displays our waveform. And down here in the lower right corner, we have an import button. We can import using either audio copy or audio share. Not only can you import your own sounds, you can also export them. Now this is great if you want to start a song using Blocs Wave and then finish it using your computer or another app that's running in your iOS device. To do that, click on the Export button. You have the option of emailing a loop to yourself, or you can send it to another app using Audio Copy or Audio Share. You can also choose to send either a WAV file or an AAC compressed file. As long as we're on the edit screen, let's take a look at what you can do here. We're displaying the waveform for one of our loops here. We can play that back. Now using the start and end markers, we can change the length of that loop. We can also slip the audio file in real time by holding and sliding it. This allows you to change the timing of your different loops. And we can reset that back to its original timing by clicking and holding slip and touching the reset button. Now a really cool feature here is that once you've edited a loop, by setting the start and end markers and by slipping, when you export, those edits will be applied. So the loop that you receive in your computer or in another app will be exactly the way you have it set up here inside of Blocs Wave. Another option is to record your own audio loops. Simply click the record button. We can set the length of our loop, start the recording, and then we have an input volume control here. And you can use pretty much any compatible audio interface that works with iOS. We have control over two other important parameters in our arrangement. So if we go back here to our Find screen, go back to Discover so that we can see our loops, we will unsolo, turn those back on. Now we can change the tempo by clicking here. You can either tap in a new tempo, or you can use the plus or minus buttons to increase or decrease the tempo. And we can also change the key. And we have access to all 12 of the keys. So you're free to play with this in real time while the loops are playing back. So if we start this, as I mentioned earlier, Novation is strongly committed to supporting this new app. They've said that they'll release new material every week that you can download via in-app purchase. And I hope they'll also add a few additional features. One that I'd really like to see in this app is a mixer, so you can set the balance and the pan of the different sounds. But as it is, it's an incredible creative tool for generating sounds, for creating new ideas, for working with loops, capturing loops, doing live loop performances. Really is a versatile app that's super simple to operate. It's also compatible with iPad and with iPhone, and it's exactly the same on either of those platforms. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Blocs Wave from Novation, and thanks for joining me for Sweetwater's iOS update. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more apps, more hardware accessories, and more tips on making music with your iOS devices. I'm Mitch Gallagher.